Kazzi, doing it every day. Today we have the 7th August 2025. It's 4:30 a.m. Probably the time they say the gurus wake up. Probably the time they say, yo, we're cool. We're the 4:30 gang. We're so fly. And it used to feel like, wow, I'm up early. I feel like the world is, in Vietnam especially, everybody's up at 3 a.m. In fact, you can go to the beach, everybody's up at 2, 3, 4, 5. There's always people up, and it always feels like there's some kind of exist. It doesn't feel that like empty like in Germany, which is interesting. But also, it feels the same. And if you're truly, I don't want to say depressed, if you're truly into yourself, tuned in, know yourself, and I don't know if it's type. I don't know if the pain on my back is part of that, but I don't feel different. Like I could be thinking it's 4 p.m. The feeling that I get, that's why like my speaking never changes. Like I'm not gonna speak differently when I'm like in the night, whatever. I can wake up at 2 a.m. and feel like it's day. I can wake up at 6 p.m. and feel like it's night. I can literally change my. I don't know if that's a really, really bad thing. It probably sounds like that, but it's probably also because I have so many Wi-Fi's running through my head in this room, and it's damaging, obviously. And I'm trying to get out here as fast as possible. Same time, you have to keep patience and be like, yeah, you have to be patient with investing and everything. You don't want to over, but at the same time, you're like, I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here fast and get to a point of like minimum wealth where you can afford to live greatly because of the pain firstly that needs an outweigh of comfort, but sometimes also like fame, for example. Talk about fame, and I'm like, okay, there's this pain, there's this, okay, I need to get to a point which I actually stated like over 3 years ago. I need to get to a point where I'm so famous, or like I kind of, I don't have nothing to lose anymore. I don't feel alive. So for example, and I was describing getting to that point as the relief, right? It's always it feels like a relief having that kind of money. Everything, it's more like a distraction. The strive for distraction, the strive for the ultimate distraction, the ultimate point of, yeah, distraction, I would say. And that's basically what's striving for, getting to a point where you have people to call. First of all, it's easier to distract yourself when you're at a certain age, like certain level of fame, money, whatever. You can have people to call your line. It doesn't even matter if they really care about you. It's something that's it's so funny when you say, they don't care about. Who cares? I have them to speak to me. It's all like, do you think AI cares about you? Still, you talk to them, right? It's always like, they don't care. Why would you speak to them? It's not meaningful, bro. At the end of the day, everything will be gone. Is it truly meaningful? Is anything sustainable at all? And then it's just the situation matters. The experience matters. Men are like, yeah, I'm so lucky I can dodge those women. They don't want me. I'll be filtering out. But at the end of the day, the sexual intercourse that you could have with that woman might actually be fun. The experience might be fun. It might not be lasting, but at the end of the day, biology, you notice that all of those things are made to obviously procreate as the first thing, but also enjoy. Okay, and that might sound hedonistic, but it's a true form of living, and it's, especially when you get older, a realization that most people have, and it's also one of the reasons society kind of collapses. But yeah, getting to that point definitely gives you more of those conversations, and it's a lonely world. It's not lonely at the top. That's completely wrong. It's it's more of what actually is true. It's more of the fake world and everything, but it's true. The fake world has now reached the point of everybody, because everybody feels rich, thinks they're rich, thinks they're special. So the rich just feel more of that, but it's actually the best you can get nowadays. And so getting to that point definitely is better, and definitely it's not as lonely, or it's not even loneliness. It's just, yeah, expanding your social network and all those stuff, and it's pretty fun, I would say. I think cool video, cool topics, social networks, dynamics, and scaling, becoming somebody, scaling your social network. Interesting topics. Thank you guys for watching. As always, stay tuned and tune in to the Diary of Remo Kazzi. Bye bye.